So I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, yes.
Very good. So very first thing, what we'll understand, I have already onboarded the devices on the 40 manager.
Okay.
So I will just deregister that device. Okay. So here it is my 40
Okay.
manager, and I'll do the registration process once again from step by step, and I'll explain what are the options we have to do the registration of the firewall on the 40 managers. Okay. So
Oh,
you can see
okay.
right now, if I go in the device manager and devices, I have one firewall here. You can see.
Mm.
I want to just, remove this. So I can just click here and here's the option. I can delete this firewall. So it is going to remove.
Okay.
So it is just deleting the firewall. And now I don't have any device. You can say device count is 0. And
Okay.
earlier this firewall was managed by the 40 manager, but let me log in this. This is the actual firewall I have. And let me put it here. System. Uh, you're doing something?
No, no, no.
Okay, there's a background noise. I was thinking.
Oh,
Uh, so here you can see I need to go in the global, and if I go here and settings, so it's a VROM based firewall I have. So I
okay.
create 40 gate 40F firewall. I can put any name. So this is the my 40. This is the 40F actual real firewall. Okay, so you go here and say the like serial number we have. This is the software version we are running, right? So
Yeah.
earlier we have a challenge, right? Like why this 48 firewall is not onboarding because there are the version mismatch and they don't have the compatible. Why I'm
Mm.
getting noise from your side?
I don't know.
Okay. So this is what like we're trying, but as per the compatibility matrix, it was not supported, so we're not able to onboard, right? That's the one thing. Now we have the actual 40 manager, that is the license one, and actual 48 firewall. So we'll try to do that and we'll see how it is going to happen. So there are multiple way we can do the onboarding process. One way from firewall itself, we can do the onboarding process. Okay. But what is the prerequisite? Your firewall and 40 manager must be reachable. Make sense? Yesterday we discussed. So
Yes.
if I just check show system interface, sorry, so system, uh, so why it is not working? Let me, okay.
It is get right.
That was not on global. So system interface. So you are going to find, we have the layer 2 interface which right now we configured. That's the switch mode. That is the LAN, which have the IP, this one. Okay, see, 99. So this is a
Yeah.
99 which is configured on that for the as a aggregated LAN port, switch port, right? So you can see here the network. We don't have the port 1, port 2, and port 3, but we created one of the LAN here. That is actually should be WAN, and that is a port, actual physical port where multiple port has been deployed, and that having this IP address. Make sense?
Yeah.
This is the like subnet mask, and if you check the routings as well. So let me go here and go in the root. Okay. So you can see here the static routing. We just because it's a VDOM based firewall, so I need to go in the root. So I have the this static routing available, and I delete this one as well. We'll push from the 40 manager later one. So I have the this static route available. This is the one thing from the my firewall point of view. And if I go my 40 manager, I also check here. So system interface, you can say this is the IP address, right? So what is the diagram as of now? First, let me draw. So we have the FortiGate firewall, FG01. They connected with the ISP, right? In this way. Uh, that should be FortiGate manager. Here we have the port 1. Here also have the port 1. Here is the IP address 192.168.1.99/24. Here is IP address is 192.168 1 dot. Let me check what is the IP address. That's the 45. So this is going to be 45. So if you ping from here to here, that should be reachable. That is a prerequisite. You can use any ports, but the IP should be reachable. That is a prerequisite. If they are not reachable, they are not going to work for you. So if I just go here and execute ping, I just go 192.168.1.99. You can see it's a reachable. One more thing very important. When you go and configure the interfaces, right? So uh, make sure this is enabled. Especially not on the 40 manager. 40 manager, some services, web services, and other are already enabled. But you work on the FortiGate firewall. So you make sure sometime it's not work. So system interface, LAN 1, what was IP? Okay, LAN. So you make sure this particular FGFM, that is a 40 manager, specially command that has been defined, that should be enabled, right? Sometime if not enabled, it's not work. So it's a good practice to have a enable. Okay, clear? So reachability
Yeah.
is there, we
Yeah.
enable. Now, how we can onboard the FortiGate firewall on the 40 manager? So there are two ways. I can directly add 40 managers point of view from here device I can do the discovery. That is a one way. So we'll understand both way. Okay. Another way, I can go here in my device. I can go in my security fabric, and here we have the logical connector. Okay. So if you go in the logical connector, you're not able to find anything, right? So if I means you have the FortiGate authorized switches and anything, like you can see if you click the support connector, we don't have option the 40 managers here to integrate. So how we can do that? So we have the external connector also, we don't have anything. We have the SSO and all, we can integrate. Asset identity, we not have anything. Physical topology, we not have anything. So logical topology, we not have anything. So how we can integrate from the FortiGate point of view? So for that, let me move in the global and let me see what option we are coming. So one option is going to there, right? Where we can integrate the, see here. So if you go in the global, this is the global configuration. Earlier you were in the, especially if you are working in the VDOMs firewall, right? So probably it is not going to show in the root. You can see if you're going the root, there is no any 40 manager integration is showing here. But because this firewall working in the VDOM, so I'll go in the global. You can see central management option here. You able to see that?
Yeah.
So I can click on the central management. I can edit it, and it is going to ask enable, and then you have to put the IP address of the 40 manager. So what is IP address? 192.168.1 dot. That was the 45. So I can go here and put it, and I click OK. The moment I'll click OK, you will see it redirecting me request sent and received waiting management confirmation from the 40 manager. So if you go in the 40 manager, you still you're not able to find any. See, there is one request is here. So I can authorize from here. You can see the request is
Yeah.
here. So I can authorize from here. If you don't want to authorize, you want to proceed from here. So you can go here and just authorize. And here you have to put like approve and OK, and it is going to done. Sometime it is going to ask the username and password for login the 40 manager. If it's on not login, but it is login, then it is going to be done. So the way I'm showing, you can directly enroll your FortiGate firewall to the 40 manager once they have the all reachability. So this is a process that is going to take FortiGate security fabric, and after that your firewall is going to register.
Okay.
So now it's done, right? You can see 40
Yeah.
managers, yeah, authorized. FortiGate is authorized with the 40 manager. So now I click OK, and you can see this firewall is logged off. But if I go in the 40 manager, let me refresh it. This firewall is showing the fully authorized state. Make sense? So this is a one way. And now if I'm going to log in my firewall, when you log in, it is showing me currently this FortiGate firewall is managed by the FortiManager. Make sense? You want to log out, you want to
Yeah.
take read write only access, or you want to take the login with read write. This is the read only. So you can
Mhm.
even take the access. If you want to just log in as a read only access, you want to do configuration changes by the FortiManager, it is possible. You want to take the read write access, it is also possible. So let's suppose I want to take read-write access. So it is going to give some warning. This FortiGate is currently managed with the FortiManager. Changing the device will cause it is going to become the out of sync with the FortiManager. So giving the warning as well. So you want to sure proceed? Yes, I want to proceed. So I will not do any changes locally, but we'll see how it is going to happen. So now you can see if you click on this here, you seeing the new tab, and this is known as the managed by the FortiManager. And this is
Mhm.
FortiManager IP and login you have done, that is a read write. If you want to change the login mode, read only, you can just click out here. Now your login has been changed to the read only. Clear till now?
Yes, yes.
And if you go in the security fabric, if you go in the fabric connector, you will find the central management is enabled. Let's suppose you want to delete this firewall again here. Okay, let's suppose I want to delete and I want to add direct from the FortiManager as well. So how it is possible? So let me do that. So I finish. I delete this firewall from the FortiManager. Now you can see if I just refresh this firewall is not managed with the FortiManager. And this is see central management disable automatically. Make sense? So one way I explain
Yeah.
how we can add the FortiGate firewall to the FortiManager. Now let's suppose if I want to import the firewall from the FortiManager directly, then how it is possible? So I can go in the FortiManager, here the devices, and I can add the devices and I can go for the discovery the devices. There is a lot of method we have. Discovery devices by IP address, online, device model, HA cluster, and via CSV file as well. I will go and put the IP address. What is IP address? That is 192.168.1.99. And I can just click next. And it is giving the warning to log in the your coordinate security fabric. So I will just put my FortiGate firewall username and password. Once I will do that, you see this is giving the serial number. You want to allow yes and okay. And I'll leave that. See, it is start onboarding the process. And see, this is showing me firewall name. This is same firewall name. This is serial
Yeah.
number ending with 525. You want to check the serial number, you can check from here as well. This is the serial number of the firewall. So if you go in dashboard status 525, okay, 9525. So serial number is also matching. This is my OS version. The HA standard, this is not in HA standalone firewall, okay. And you want to copy device dashboard. I don't have any option because we don't have anything. And it's giving the inconsistent idiom version, so we can ignore. There's no problem. I can go and it is going to do the discovery process. So it will take few seconds to complete the discovery process. Till now you clear, Anu, right?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You can onboard, right, the firewalls in your organization.
Yes, I can do it.
Okay, great. So now you can see my device has been successfully added, and discovering device, creating device database, everything has been done. IPS signature, retrieving configuration, retrieving support data, uploading group membership. So we are good, and I'll just finish that job. And you can see now I have this firewall and these are the VDOMs. Now how I can configure this firewall from the FortiManager means the major thing what I have to do that how I can configure the policy NAT plus routing. This is a day-to-day job for the any engineer who is going to do the any kind of the work from the organization. And next you want to do the SSL inspection also, right? So how it is going to possible? So I explain there is a policy is going to be similar step. You just have to add the certificate and all on that policy, and then after it is going to work and configuration is going to push. So very first
Okay.
thing, if you want to create the policy, let's suppose I want to allow any in this firewall, right? This firewall I want to allow any policy. So if I go here in the root, let me go here. You see there is a no policy. See, there is no policy. Let me delete this policy. Test policy is there, but let me delete this. Or I can, let me check from here. Okay, this is a test policy. So I will delete from the firewall point of view. Let me delete. 40 manager also I can delete. There is no problem. So once I delete it, I can just, go and install the policy package and device setting. So you have to understand what is the policy package. Policy package means any policy you're creating. Device setting means any other device setting apart from policy. Means you're doing any routing configuration, HA configuration, any other object setting and all, that is going under device setting. Clear? So sometimes you have to do the only device settings, sometimes you have to do the policy package and device setting both. Okay. But when I click the next, right, you see there is no device found. So I cannot, even I make the changes, but I want to update in the FortiGate firewall. It is not giving any options. So let me create one more policy. I can go here and go in the firewall. See, I'm in the policy and object. And here I want to allow one policy, create a new policy. And then I can give the policy number is 1 and give that LAN to internet policy. Clear? So I will give this LAN to internet policy. I can leave the any incoming interface, anything. I just give any to everything because I want to just test. And you can see here is advanced options also available. So I don't want to do anything advanced options. I just click OK. My policy has been created. This is the policy, right? But
Yeah.
if I want to install this policy to my FortiGate firewall, so you have to go in the policy and then you have to go to install, right? Here is the policy package. You can create, clone, whatever you want to do that. Export, import, but you have to install. So if I want to install, if I go here and then it is going to ask me, do you want to install policy package and device setting or only device setting? So device setting means there is no policy is going to push. So I'm going to install with the policy package. But when I go and click the policy package, it is giving the default policy package, which we have right now. If you have the multiple policy package, you can create, but we are using a default, but there is no device found. So we are not able to push this policy. So how we can solve this problem? So this firewall will get the policy which we created right now. So for that, basically, we have to go, let me go in device and let me create, what was the option? We have to create one thing. Oh, let me, oh, just hold on now. I just missed that. Okay, here we have to create a device group. Okay, you can see device group. Okay, device group is not there. Install wizard, policy package, click start default. Okay, there was a one option. How I can miss that? Firewall object, normalize, create new. Why this option is not coming? Mhm. Just give me 1 second. Let me So you can see we have the installation target, right? So once we go in the
Yeah.
policy, right, and policy here, so we have the installation target as well, right? Here the firewall policy, I will keep searching in different place, but here is the installation target where I want to install this particular policy. So we can create and edit the target. So we have this is the firewall, right? You can see. So I can target. I want to install in the basically root level. So that is going to be in the global. If I want to go in the VDOMs level also, I can do that also. So I can simply select it here from and I can just put the right side. Clear?
Yeah.
You clear? So I have to go in the
Yeah.
installation package and then I have to create and then I click OK. So now you can see this is my installation target one created and there is never install any policy package. Now if I go again and install policy and I can just go and select the default. Now if I click here, you can see now my devices start showing it. Earlier it was the empty. It was not showing anything. Make sense? So
Yes.
I can go and click next and it is going to pushing the configuration to a device. So just wait for a while. So you can see everything is looks good, ready to install. I can simply install. The moment I will install, so this is getting installed. Now see, installation has been successfully completed. So I can click finish. The moment you will do, you go in the FortiGate firewall, you will see that it's a read-only access. Let me go here. There is a policy. This is the same policy we created, and one we deleted test one that has been done. But the action we put the deny. I need to change this action as well. They should be allowed. Let me should be allow. Okay. So now if I make any changes, you can see still the change is not reflecting here. So I need to again push the policy package. So whenever you make any changes, you have to push the policy package, then only your change is going to be reflect on the firewalls. So that you have to give always make the practice. It's not like you're going to make changes, then it will
Okay.
automatically going to reflect on the firewalls. It's not the case. See, the action has been accepted now. Earlier it was denied, that has been accepted. So we are done. So this is the one thing, how to create the policy. You clear?
Yeah.
Now let's suppose you want to give one routing here. You want to define the routings as well. So if you go here and check the network, there is no static route available. There is a static route, but I want to modify this static route. Maybe you put the earlier stage, I want to delete one, or I want to add some static route in the FortiGate firewall from the FortiManager. How you can do that? For that, you just have to go, right? You just create the firewalls, right? And you have to go in the device manager devices, and here you can see we have the root level. And if I go in the network, we have the static route here. See? So I want to do the static route. Which device? I have to device group. I have to select the device. If the single device, then only the root. If I have the VDOM level, I have to do that. I have to select the VDOM level. So I want to do in the device root level, means the global level. I just have the single firewall. So I can click here, I can go here, and here I'll go and I can just define the static route. Sometime if my some feature are not visible, so I can go here from the feature visibility and I can select all features should be visible. So I can customize. So I have done this feature visibility, but some case, let's suppose you're not getting option here to define the my static route. So might be this feature is not enabled for some reason. So you always go here and check the feature visibility and make sure globally feature visibility, everything is enabled, check all and enable. And custom also check all and enable all the feature. So every feature is going to work for you. So now our target is to do any kind of the static route change. So let me add one more static route. Let me add 1.1.1 and the gateway I'll put is 192.168.1.1. Interface is going to be my this interface, the LAN one, which is going to use this WAN interface 192.168.1.99. I'll click OK, 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 done. So one interface, one I put it. Let me put one more like subnet like 10.10.10.0/24. Gateway, let me give like null 0 and none. Black hole I want to do that. Just dummy route I want to create it, right? So I can click OK. So this two default route I created. Now if I go here and install the wizard. So I have to again push the configuration. This is not going to push on the FortiGate firewall. See, there is no update happen for the static route. But if I
Yeah.
go here and I want to install wizards, and this time I need to install only device settings only, not policy, because we are not setting the policy. I want to put only the static route. So I can go next, next, and then you will see that it is going to be done.
Okay.
You clear?
Yes.
Good. So let me show the installation process. Now it's done. So if I go in the FortiGate firewall, I refresh again. See, the routing is done. What else you want to learn from the FortiGate? So only I believe these how to onboard devices, general day-to-day activity, how to get the policy, routing, NAT. That is only going to be required. And that already I all explained.
I
Anything else,
think that is enough. Yeah.
right for you?
Yeah.
So
I
if
have one doubt
yes,
regarding not this, regarding SSL inspection.
okay, go ahead.
Some websites I have like did
So
my local
NAT was not enabled
certificate.
from here, you can see. So I can enable the NAT as well. Okay.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
just did that. So you can, so NAT, we can do the routing. And once done, I can go here again and push the policy. Yeah, please ask your question.
Okay. So when I am doing SSL inspection, some websites like YouTube or I I found out only YouTube because I was testing YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So when I use YouTube, it is not the certificate is not showing uh, the certificate which I uploaded in SSL inspection. So other sites they are showing the
Did
same
you clear the
certificate.
cache? Did you clear the cache? It should be must show.
In the same browser only, like other websites are showing, but not YouTube.
Just clear the cache. Sometime cache create a problem, okay? But it must show the certificate. Any website you're going. It's not YouTube, Google. In regard of the any website, if you're going to do that, if
Mm.
there's certificate install, they must show your local certificate.
I searched that in ChatGPT. So it said that it is normal. Like some websites, like YouTube, Facebook, or some websites, they don't. The SSL inspection is not possible. Like they escape from that or something like that. I've seen. I wanted to ask if that is normal or not.
See, inspection might be not happening, but you're not able to decrypt the content, but your certificate must
Mm.
show there. That's my
Okay.
understanding. Okay, but I'll check on it. Okay. Your certificate must
Yeah.
be used for any communication in the local browser. This is my understanding. Your certificate must be
Mm.
your local certificate. The
Yeah.
certificate should be your certificate, not the DigiCert certificate. If you enable the SL inspection, if it is not showing,
Yes.
just try to use different browser, clear the cache and all. If it is not still not showing, tomorrow we'll discuss and I'll try to see the logic. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me stop this recording here.